If you're watching this video, you're probably looking for tips on saving money, whether for your dream home, kids' education funds, holidays, or early retirement. And oftentimes, it's not about what we know we need to do, it's more about how we do it. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 8 psychological tricks to hack your brain to make saving easier to achieve, so that you can fast-track your family financial goals. Click on subscribe now to receive weekly tips and strategies on mastering your family finance. Psychological trick 1. Define a real and clear intention. Positive psychologists said that an intention is a personal, positive call to action to something that you want rather than something you don't want but feel like you should. When you set an intention, it gives you a guiding principle for how and what you want in life, and it becomes an inspiration and motivation to achieve your purpose and your goals. So when you are planning to save, think about the real reasons behind this action. For example, now you have some leftover from your fortnightly pay, you can put it aside to a saving account for no reason, simply because you can. Versus, you save for your children's future education fund because you value the importance of education. Which one do you think is more powerful? The saving with clear intention gives us the meaning of our action and gives you the drive on your saving plan. Psychological trick 2. Rise future self-relevance. Saving for the future for many people could be quite daunting. Often means suffering now. So when facing a decision on spending more today or saving for the future, we tend to spend the money now and push the pain of saving to the future's version of ourselves. And that's because we are biased towards our present selves, so we'll likely make choices that will benefit us most at present. The neurological studies also found that we seem to have similar brain activities when we're thinking about our future self and when we're thinking about other people, even a total stranger. And that's because we seem to relate ourselves more at the present time or potential self within 5 years, but we don't think or feel too much about our future self because it seems too far and we can't relate. As a result, we feel okay pushing the pain of saving to the person who we are not connected with. So if you want to put saving into action, a couple things you can implement which will increase the brain's connection to our future self and allow us to save and take actions today. You can use technology to create virtual avatars at your later age. Some study even shows that by experiencing this digital interaction roughly doubled what we were willing to set aside for the future. Another lovely action you can do is to write a Dear Me letter to the future self. Start thinking about your future self and how it relates to the current you. This creates the emotional connection and have the positive impact on your saving and your overall well-being. Psychological trick 3. Automate your saving. Earlier we said that we are biased toward our present selves, so we'll likely make the choices that will benefit us most at present. This is because as human, we tend to have a need for immediate satisfaction. And this thought process is what we call the present bias. So the farther into the future it is, the less important it seems. And that's why this present bias makes saving for the future home, emergency fund, or the retirement so hard to achieve. However, we can certainly overcome this present bias by taking away the ability to choose between immediate satisfaction or saving and put an automation in place. So if you receive your paycheck directly transferred to your account, you can set up an automatic transfer from this account to a saving account on the same day each payment. This way, you will be saving a fixed amount of money regularly without even giving yourself a chance to spend on something else. Psychological trick 4. Make weekly, fortnightly budget rather than monthly budget. Behavioral scientists ran studies on how people react on their budgets and saving. They divided people into 2 groups. They showed one group their income as monthly basis, while the other group was shown theirs as weekly basis. What they found is the group who saw their income as weekly basis tend to budget their money better than the other group. What can we learn from this study is by changing some environmental cues will vastly change the outcomes. So what can you do? Instead of making a monthly family budget for food, petrol, allowance, and others, try to chuck it down into weekly or fortnightly budget based on your paycheck and save money from there. Psychological trick 5. Monitor your small purchases. Researchers study on people's behaviors and their spendings and found out that besides the bank fees, most people regret on spending so much on eating out and small purchases they made on their daily lives. Thanks for the convenient technology bring to us. It just makes making payments such an easy thing to do without being conscious. So tap for the coffee and snacks, swap for Uber Eats and ice cream, and those small and frequent purchases add up to decent size of spending, and this depleting our ability to save. So what can you do now? One thing you can do is you can leave credit cards at home, unlink it from your phone, making payment a bit harder to do. That way, you will think twice on every purchase you made, and you will be able to save money each month from there. Psychological trick 6. Anticipate a new beginning. Have you ever set a New Year's resolution to get fit? Or being in one of the performance meetings at the beginning of a new financial year to set next target? Regardless of whether you succeed the goals or not, the reason why we tend to set those ambitious goals at those moments is we human beings tend to be more likely to take actions towards our goal after temporal landmarks that represents new beginnings. This is what we call fresh start effect. Researchers found that when we anticipate a new beginning, it becomes a key motivation to achieve certain goals. One study shows that people were more likely to search for a meaning of life and try to improve themselves when they approach to a new decade or new milestones in life. That's why you see some people run marathon for the first time at their 39, 49, or start to engage with certain activities that they haven't done before. What's interesting about the fresh start effect is that you could be any time we set for ourselves, like first day of the week, first week of the month. So say that you are planning to put saving plan in place. Instead of doing it in the middle of the week or month, take a moment to evaluate your current situation and set an automatic saving plan from the first paycheck next month or have a fresh start next Monday. Psychological trick 7 and 8. Stack your saving plan into existing habits and start small. Good habits happen when we set ourselves up for success. The thing is, we're all creatures of habit. We tend to wake up at the same time, from the same side of bed, commute to work with the same route, have coffee with the same way, and have the same routine and patterns every single day. And those become our habits, form part of us, and become our personalities. Because they're habits that we've been doing for a very long time, it's hard to break. Behavioral scientists said that instead of making a drastic change or a bold resolution, which require high level of motivation that often can't be sustained, the best way to form a new habit is to tie it into an existing habit and start small. When we stack a healthy habit into our existing routine, it won't feel too painful or too hard for us. And this won't trigger the alert to our brain as our brain interprets the change as danger. And when we experience small wins in life, it gives us a sense of achievement. It boosts emotions and perceptions during the process and makes it more meaningful to us. So if you have morning coffee as routine, stack a new habit on checking your budget on it. Or whenever you receive a payment, make an instant transfer with a percentage of the total payment, say 10 or 15%, into a saving account. Or when you are making a purchase on something, you can implement the same strategy and instant make a transfer of the same amount of that purchase or a certain percentage into your saving account. So I hope these psychological tricks that my family and my clients use will help you to make saving easier to achieve. Thank you for watching today, and please like, share, and subscribe the channel to keep yourself up to date with tips and strategies to master your family finance. And I hope to see you in the next video.